Somebody in this room, you need to hear this, what the enemy thought he stole from you, God is going to cause it to come back to your hands quicker than you can imagine. I'm telling you, don't give up and don't get to arguing and fussing about something that God has already settled. Don't waste your oil on situations when God has called you higher. Amen. Amen. So as we dive in this morning, I was just I was sitting there earlier today, and when I remember when Jack and them first him and Tasha first came to the ministry, my musicians and stuff. I remember it was in a time in life, ministry going and things happening, and he began to sing a song, and when he began to use the words of the song, and I didn't realize how important those words were to me at that time. How many know that you can relate back to a song and it'll pull you out of what you're in? He began to say this word, he began to say, I'm pulling you through. He's pulling you through. I'm pulling you all the way through. When he began to sing that song, it sent chills down my body because I needed to be pulled through some situations. And sometimes we'll try to grab on to physical things and natural things to pull us through. But how many know the hand of God is a God that we can't see, but we can feel him pulling us all the way through? That's for somebody this morning, that he going to pull you all the way through this thing. So as we get ready to dive in, first we're going to hear some scriptures this morning. We're going to go to Psalms 90 and 17, and then we're going to go to Psalms 5 and 12. We're going to go to those two verses, and then we're going to hit some more, and then we're going to give you my title. And y'all okay? Y'all all right? Look, that he took y'all back to church. Y'all take y'all a minute. Notice I let y'all come down. It was okay. You look, first of all, you could have got up and ran, screamed, shout, whatever, because I know God is getting ready to do something. Amen? So the first one is Psalms 90 and 17, and I'm reading from the New King James Version. If y'all have it and y'all ready, I'll give the Android user a little more time. Amen? I ain't going to look up so I don't like being talking about my phone. And it says, and let the beauty of the Lord our God be upon us as he established the work of our hands for us. Yes, establish the work of our hands. And I'm going to tell you why I read them. I read them backwards for a reason. In Psalms 5 and 12, the NIV version, it says, surely, Lord, you bless the righteous. You surround them with your, notice this, underline this word, favor, as with a shield. I'm going to read that one more again. It says, surely, Lord, you bless the righteous. You surround them with, underline favor. I'm going to say it till y'all get it. Your favor as with a shield. I'm going to read it one more time. I don't think y'all read with me yet. Surely, Lord, you bless the righteous. You surround them with your favor as with a shield. I want to talk to you briefly this morning about favor, but more importantly, God's favor. How many of you know God's favor can get you in situations and doors that others can't? See, the one thing that I learned in life, that man can give you something, but he also can take it back. But the one thing about God, he's a great gift giver. He don't renege on what he give you. And a lot of times we'll get caught up because we'll feel like God, because somebody blessed us with something and they decide to take it back, we're feeling like God is taking it back. Oh, y'all can't. See, this is what you got to understand. What God would do in life as favor, as we understand what favor is, God's favor is, God don't want no man to take credit for what he's getting ready to do. So anything that try to establish itself ahead of him in your life, God will move it. Anything that you put ahead of him, God will have a problem with that. How many of you know God is a jealous God? So when God's favor finds you, you don't have to be sad about it. Can you shout about God's favor? When God open a door for you, don't you let the devil tell you, oh, he just did, that ain't nothing. But if you, no, you tell the devil, you begin to tell the devil, say, listen, you don't know my struggle because you don't know my story. See, I used to listen to you, but I partnered with you then, but I have already quit your assignment. I'm working on the God's assignment. So my point today is that I want us to do is to understand that our words have power. And there have systems in the world that the enemy control, and he try to get us as believers to fall under the system. Our educational system. You bring a Bible into school now, you almost go to jail. I'm going to let that go. And what the enemy does, he wants you on the economic, he wants you to be trusting in the world's economic system. But how many know God's system outweighs our economic system? But if you plug into the true source, I don't care what the government say. I don't care who it is. Can I tell y'all something? We vote, yeah, we do, but we don't determine, y'all got to hear me, what goes in office. You know the enemy have his own campaign, right? He put his people in position to suppress you, but how many of you know that God come to release you? And so your bondage is already free. Jesus has already given you liberty, but there's liberty in Christ Jesus. But the enemy don't want you to notice what name. They don't care. They okay with you saying God because they have many gods. But he got a problem when you say Jesus. They got a problem when you call in the name of Jesus. When the Bible say, in his name, things change. Oh, y'all got to hear me. In his name, you get your healing, your breakthrough, and favor. You ever know that when favor seeks you out, you could be in a place of discomfort and feel like you shouldn't be there. Then the CEO will walk by and say, who is that young lady right there? You wasn't even applying for that position. Oh, y'all catching this. It's just that you obey God and showed up. And because you showed up, God, watch this. He said, I'm fully persuaded and committed to elevate you past what you're applying for. In this season, don't take lack and don't take little. Say, because I'm a child of the Most High God and his favor is on my life, that I'm getting ready to walk through doors that others can't imagine. Oh, okay. Let me take y'all slow because I think I went too fast. My point is, what is the favor of God? His gracious kindness, approval, and support. It is important that we seek God's favor in our lives. Notice what it says. It is important that we seek his favor. God shows us favor when we express remorse over our sins. Jesus. When guilt consumes us to the point of conviction, God's favor, watch this, his favor will make you come over some situations, y'all. I'm telling you, you ever been at your lowest point in life and somebody that you didn't even expect showed up? Oh, y'all got to hear me. I remember in life times when I didn't have nothing, broke, busted, and disgusted, and my brother show up. Man, I just stopped by and just wanted to give you something, be a blessing to you. And guess what? We wasn't even operating in the kingdom, but I'm trying to tell you that when God has favored your life, things will show up and knock on your door. When my wife was reading the declaration, she said, let's start over again. And y'all was listening. I'm saying, what do they? Are they hearing what it's saying? It's prophetically what's being released. So you got to decree and declare that, watch that, God's house is debt free. That means that my house is debt free, that the things that I'm connected to is going to be debt free. So if I'm connected to a debt free place, that watch this, that means that my blessing is right here. Understanding God's grace, understanding God's favor. God's favor is unmerited grace, kindness toward us. It is not something we can earn, but a gift that God gives freely. Wait, let me make y'all understand this. I gotta dig in right here. Listen, you don't earn this. You don't have to earn this. It says when you come to him, it puts you in a certain system that qualifies you for his touch. In the system of God, that means that you're not disqualified. That means that you are qualified. But let me tell you something. The Satan tried to get you to step out of the box. He tried to get you to step out of your favor. But I'm telling you, the storms may come. The winds may blow. Things may come up against your life. But you got to stand firm on what God has said. Stay in position. Don't let the devil get you out of position because your favor is right there. Watch this. In the eye of the storm is the safest place. The enemy will tell you the storm is coming. Notice what the media do. The medium does. Y'all know what media mean? Medium. Meaning that the enemy forecasts storms and we sit there and listen to it and we forget about our favor. How many know that God's word say, in Psalms 91 say that he'll protect you? Oh, y'all catching this. That his shield, that watch, that he'll send an angel, he'll camp around you. That means that anything that try to get in, it can't come in without his permission. So no matter how many times the devil show up, you got to understand that the God that you serve has already given you grace, favor, and mercy to overcome what he came against your life. Notice what Jesus did. When Jesus died on the cross, he didn't just die in vain. When he strung up on the cross, that means that he was going to bear all our sins. That means that he was on the cross and every demonic force that was sitting there laughing, watch this, he took it all in. Y'all catching this? He overcame everything that's going to try to come up against your life. But how many of you know that in the book of Genesis, it talks about the ites. It talks about how they come, watch, to oppress you, to suppress you, to depress you, to run you out of position. But I come to tell you today that no matter how many ites show up, you say, no, I can't listen to that. I'm not listening to no ites because guess what? I serve the Most High by God. You got to have a Caleb mentality. You got to say, I hear what you're saying, but I choose to move different because I understand what God is doing in my life. Notice what God, when he began to talk about Caleb, just imagine Moses sitting here talking to God, and he say, but my servant Caleb, he said he going to be blessed. God began to speak about his life. Y'all catching this? That when you don't waver when the storms show up, that you don't get out of position every time something go wrong in your life, that you'll seek the man's system, the world system, say, I need you to bail me out. But how many know that you can speak to your problem? And the Bible says, speak to your mountain and it move. But watch, you can't just speak and say, well, I guess it's going to move. It ain't going nowhere. It's probably going to kick you. Y'all didn't catch that. It's probably going to kick you again because it's saying, who you talking to in that little weak voice? How many of you know that's why I say put some bass in your chest. Put some bass in your voice. Stand up. Square your shoulders. Look like you're not defeated. You got to tell the devil bold enough. Say, listen, you touched for the last time you touched somebody in my house. I stand strong with my shoulders squared, and I come to tell you, devil, don't you ever come around here again. You got to begin to speak it because watch this. When God has favored you, the enemy going to show up. Notice what he said. When we express remorse over our sins, not nobody, our sins. In Ephesians 2:8-9, for by grace you have been saved through faith and not yourself. It is the gift of God, not of works, lest anyone should boast. It's a gift. Oh, wait, you mean favor, grace, all this work together? And then faith is there too? You mean that you got all of them there? Faith, favor, and grace. Y'all getting this. Grace, what God grace do, even when you misstep, he said, you know what, I'm still going to let him in. And some of us in school, we look, you over there, you say, Lord, I need 1 point. All I need is 1 point. And the teacher call you up and say, you know what, I normally don't do this. But since you've been pressing and working, and he say, listen, I'm going to go ahead and give you that point. So y'all catching what I'm saying. When God favor you, the teacher show up, say, everybody else struggling, but I see your struggle. Listen, this is where the answers to, look, I want you to study this. Y'all catching this? Did you study this here? And it's going to help you on your test. In other words, you may get favor that other people can't. Listen, they say that, man, that ain't right. Favor is not fair. It's not. But how many of you know that you don't cry, you don't complain about your favor? Oh, y'all, you got to hear me. If your uncle working in the White House and you get to come sit down dinner, you don't get mad because you don't have to wait in line. Oh, I'm going to stay out here with my friend. The devil is like, I'm going in because favor get me to sit at table because the word say, I'm going to sit at tables. You got to hear me. When God is calling you something, don't get there and complain and murmur and say, well, I don't speak well. Oh, no, don't worry about that. He'll put you in a place and they'll say, listen, you don't say nothing. Say, listen, you don't say nothing. I'm going to do all the talking. Go ahead on. When God has given you grace, watch this. His grace brought you through, but his favor going to get you in there. How many know that if he say he'll make your name great, why are you trying to change your name? Why are you trying to change your identity? Why are you trying to be something that God didn't create you to be? When God called on you, he's going to look for you just the way he created you. He ain't looking for you no other way. You can do what you want, but he's still looking at you how he created you. So no matter what you do, you can't change what God had. His DNA, your thumbprint, your fingerprint don't change. Y'all got to hear me because he has favored you with that handprint. So when they tell you put your thumbprint on, I don't care what you have changed. It said you want to be. It's still going to show what the system say you are, what God has created you to be. I'm sorry. I ain't apologizing. I'm sorry. Examples of favor. Notice this. Let's talk about some people that found favor. Noah did. Noah found favor with God when nobody else would listen. Just imagine God telling him, so Noah, it's going to rain. And he trying to tell a whole bunch of people, looking at him like some of you trying to tell people, you need to come to church. You need to pray. You need to do this. They looking at you like, I got time. So when you get bold enough, you look at it and say, listen, the next 3 seconds ain't promising none of us, so I challenge you to get it right. And notice what Noah said. He found favor in the eyes of the Lord and was saved from the flood. Notice that favor will keep you from drowning. Joseph, despite his hardship, experienced God's favor, which let him be rise to the power in Egypt. Let's talk about Joseph for a minute. How many of you know Joseph had so much favor, no matter where they tried to suppress him, people showed up and pulled him out. They put him in the pit. One brother wanted to kill him. He said the other one snuck back and said, no, you can't. We ain't going to let that happen. He was sold to some merchandise. As he was sold, watch this. He went to the unsaved man's house. And the man said, I see the favor of God on his life. But how many of you know the devil ain't stopped when he got there? But it was all part of God's plan to get him where he wanted to get to. So sometimes you may take 2 steps forward and end up taking a couple back. That don't mean that God has failed you. It's just been delayed but not been denied. And so when God is telling me to tell somebody, even if you fall in the pit, don't cry over it. Just get up and dust yourself off and expect yourself to come out because his favor is on your life. So watch this. God had given Joseph a dream and a vision that he was going to lead. And watch this. And Joseph shared it with people that couldn't understand because it was him. When sometimes you're trying to reveal your plan to people that can't see it because they have already decided who you're going to be, how high you're going to go, and what you can accomplish. But I come to tell somebody today, but God's favor is on your life. That you may have started this thing off wrong, but God's going to finish this thing because you're going to finish strong. I prophesy that you will no longer be bound to the old thing, that you are free from this thing, that you will not stay stuck when God has called you liberated and free. You just got to get the word of God in you. You got to get a boldness in you. Sometimes you got to look around your atmosphere so it ain't dark in here any longer. I call light into this room. I call the Most High God. I call the presence of God in this room. And now I'm going to create a worship in this atmosphere that's going to cause things to change. Jesus. Okay, and let me calm down before I forget my points. Noah found favor among people that didn't believe. But how many know when the rain started, how many know that they was at the door? But can y'all help y'all with something? God told Noah, go in. And I'm going to close the door behind you. Oh, y'all got to hear me. See, because if Noah would have went in and closed the door, when he heard the crying and the sorrow of the people, he probably would have opened it. But see, God said, Noah, this is on me. Because I gave you 400 years to tell them. I gave you all these years to tell them, and they didn't want to come. He said, but God closed it. When Noah went in, God closed the door and sealed it shut. Just imagine the agony that Noah had to hear. But just imagine the same thing that God had to deal with all them years, telling people, turn away from your wicked ways. Turn away from this stuff. They don't understand that favor, grace was right there with them, but they did not want to change. Why? Because they had them ites around. They had people around that will continue to tell you certain things that you don't need to do all that. You don't have to go to church. You don't have to give. You don't have to do it. Listen, you have a family. That's more important. But how many know that when you put God first, it's the glue that holds everything together? And the Spirit of God, watch this. Jesus did this. God say, listen, I see what's happening. So after Malachi, I'm not going to speak to Matthew. But in this time of my distance from you, my gap from you don't mean that I ain't watching. And so during that time, God let the people be what they did what they want. Watch this. But then God say, listen, I'm going to come back as man. And he say, so I'm sending my son. And I'm going to choose him to be born through a virgin. Y'all catching this? Jesus, I'm trying to help you feel like we're going to feel some gaps in a minute. And so what God was doing, even though he was silent, don't mean that he wasn't there. Many times in our life, we'll feel like God's favor ain't there because he's not saying nothing. I ain't getting no word or nothing. God, I'm praying. But I don't even feel nothing. How many know that God say, I'm watching? He said, I want to see how you handle this when I'm not speaking to you. I want to see how you're going to do this because watch this. The enemy can I tell you something? Some of y'all, the enemy went to God and say, if you don't bless them right now, I'll make them turn away from you. I'll make them feel like they're in the wilderness of dry season. They'll go seek out other gods to get what you need, what you can give them. And know what God say? You don't have the confidence. God say, go ahead on. You just can't take their life. And when the enemy show up, how many know that God has a way of killing out of us the residue of the stuff out of us that we thought we was over? There had some stuff in my life that I thought was dead till it showed up. Oh, y'all got to hear me. In an adverse situation, it'll show up. Watch this, especially somebody y'all don't like. Know what I say y'all, I ain't say, I'm going to use me, who I don't like. God had to heal me from that. Watch this. I had to be free from what I don't like. And I had to get used to what God loves. See, if God loved them, watch this. God wanted Jezebel to repent. And she did a whole lot of wickedness. And God still wanted her to repent. We can't top God's love, y'all. I don't care what we do. We can't top his love. Notice this. Mary was chosen to be mother of Jesus because she was found favor with God. Can you imagine that? Mary, just a virgin girl, just chilling, getting ready to be betrothed to be married, and God say, listen, I chose you to carry something special. And she said, Lord, how can this be? And watch this, because she was chosen by God. When God has chosen you, favor Favor, I don't know why I'm keep telling y'all this, but favor has found many of you, but because of what you've been dealing with, you cannot understand what favor is really saying to you. Favor will cause you keep going. You don't even know why you feel like you need to go to the bank and apply for that loan. You don't even know why you need to go look at this house anyhow. You don't know why, my credit, you get over there, the devil say, girl, you know you got a collection on you. But you done been coming to church under the word and say, favor done found me, done prophesied to you, and the Lord tell you, get up, you get in the morning, God show you the house and everything and say, go there now. I can't go there, my credit jacked up, I ain't going. And then you see somebody else on any book testify how they went to a house that next morning and people just blessed them with the house. See, when God is sending, why y'all okay? Y'all know y'all be on any book, oh, it's Facebook, I'm sorry. And so what God would do, he'll stretch your faith. We'll say we have faith, but we'll look at our income or our credit score. Can I tell you what system that is? That's the world system. But when you come in the kingdom, there's a system that trumps the world system. But if you don't understand that you have power in your words, see, many of us are bound in things because of what we're saying out our mouth. But when you decree and declare, you got to say no more bondage. You got to say no more debt. You got to say, Lord, I'm here. Come on. I can speak healing over my body. Why I can't speak life over my body? Why I can't speak that, God, that you said, according to your word, that I'll be the lender, not the borrower? Why can I speak finance? Because people say, you don't just go to God for that. But how many know it's you fund the kingdom. It ain't for you. It's for to fund his kingdom. And you get the blessings because he can trust you with what he placed in your hands. Oh, y'all, Jesus. Y'all, I ain't ask y'all for no money. You don't like talk about money. People get tight. They like, I ain't finna ask y'all for no money. I'm just telling y'all how you get blessed. Listen, sowing and reaping is key. Many people, I'm telling you, because I ain't going to go there with y'all. I'm going to leave y'all alone right now. I ain't going to go there. And it says this, how do we live in God's favor? Living a life of obedience, living a life in that pleases God brings his favor. Living a life pleasing to God will bring his favor. But no man is perfect. That don't give you an excuse. Guess what? Just because you save and confess Christ don't give you a license to sin. Grace don't give you a license to sin. His favor don't give you a license to sin. But what we do, the enemy gets us in this system that you could just do what you like as long as you repent. But what if you don't get a chance to repent? What if you don't get a chance? You come out, the party don't stop. I pray in the morning. You know, the devil is a lie. You better pray right now because the next 3 seconds, I'm telling you. All right, the next one is Deuteronomy 28, 1 and 2. It says, now it shall come to pass, if you diligently obey the voice of the Lord, your God, to observe carefully of all his commandments, which I command you today, that the Lord your God will set you high above. Y'all hear this? All nations of the earth, and all these blessings shall. No, wait. Y'all in here? Are y'all hearing? Listen, I want you to get rid of stinking thinking. I came today to speak life to you, to say that you have not because you what? And all I'm telling you is you have a Father that have everything that you need, but you have limited based off stinking thinking on what you can get from God or my perfection. No. He knew this already. That's why he sent his son. But watch this. When you come into the kingdom, you're in a different system than the old system. Old things are passed away. Y'all, can I tell y'all something? He's getting ready to do something new even in the dry season of your life. You may feel like you're in a desert, but how many know Canaan is still there for you? All you have to do is say, God, move the scales off my eyes so I can see what you have for my life. Watch this. And it says this, and it says, God will set you high above all nations of the earth. And all these blessings shall come upon you and overtake you because you obey the voice of the Lord, your God. Wait, the Lord, your God. When God say move, move. When he say stop, stop. When he say so. Whatever God tell you to do, be obedient and watch what he does. Obedience will set you free. I'm telling y'all, in my life, I had to ask God a many times. Oh, I used to be like Gideon. How many of y'all had that Gideon mentality? God, are you sure? I used to be like Gideon. But watch this. Gideon was like, because God was patient with Gideon because he already, how he felt about himself. He felt like he was least in his household. He felt like he wasn't good enough for God to even be talking to him. So every time God would speak to him, he said, okay. And I know the angel like, Lord, you silenced him over there when he was over there talking about when you told him about he going to have John, you silenced him. I'm trying to remember his name. You silenced him. But here Gideon he keep telling you the same thing. But see, God understood because Gideon came to him who he was. Gideon came to him with his mentality, how he felt. So God said, now, I got to change the narrative on how Gideon feel about himself. So watch this. When you begin to see things not through your natural eyes, but when you begin to see things through God's eyes, you understand that why David didn't bow down when Goliath showed up. See, David understood that the Spirit of the living God was with him. And David ain't come, watch this. Goliath ain't had to come looking for David. David went to him. Oh, y'all catching this? David said, I'm not running from no giant because you talking about the Lord thy God that I serve. And watch this. God favor was with David because he was bold enough to say who he was. And David walked over there to Goliath. He told him what he going to do. He told him exactly how this fight was going to end. Y'all hearing me? So many of us, we got to begin to speak to the mountain that's been telling us that we can't win. It's time to tell the Goliath that his end is here. He has met his David today, that I will not run from you any longer. I'm going to stand boldly, and I'm going to do with the Spirit of God because I know God is guiding my hand. When God is guiding your hand, you are a marksman. Notice that David, he brought 5 smooth stones, but it wasn't for Goliath. He knew what he was going to do. Can I tell you, it was on the backside of the mountain that prepared him for the fight. His journey, his time when he wasn't in leadership, oh, y'all got to hear me. When he wasn't on the forefront, God had already prepared David, so when Goliath showed up, David already knew what to do. Saul's armor wasn't going to work for David. His armor couldn't work because it had a smell about it. It had fear on it. Oh, y'all hear me? So I'm telling you, you can't wear everybody's armor. You can't wear somebody else's anointing. You got to wear the anointing that God has placed on you. In other words, the favor that God placed on you, you got to walk in that thing. I don't care if nobody else don't agree. I don't care if they don't like you. You got to say, but look, God favored to open this door for me, and you got to look, straighten up your clothes. You got to walk in there like you belongs in there. And you sit down at that table and say, listen, that I know God gave me favor. And guess what, y'all? Can I tell somebody something? The party can't start till you show up anyway. You don't even know that you're the guest of honor, but you around there standing outside like the prodigal son brother. I ain't going in there. They throwing a party. I ain't going. No, just go inside, because the father told him, say, everything I have is yours. See, but sometimes we miss it because the devil make us pout. Just imagine if Job would have listened when everything was going wrong in his life. If he'd have listened when his wife said, why don't you just go ahead and curse God and die? You done told me if I curse God, I'm going to die, so you think I'm going to listen to you? Job wasn't that broken. He say, hold up now, something here. Look, I ain't finna talk about no wife. I see my little cousin, look at me. Hold up now. And anyway, so watch this. This is what my message to you all. When God has favored you, don't stop at the door. Don't stop, okay, look, I'm going to say this prophetically to some of you. The door that rejected you last time, you was in a different system. But now you're in a new system. That same door God going to put right there. He going to say, now go. And guess what? He done already told the enemy, stand down. Y'all got to hear me. But the enemy going to stand down, but he's still going to heckle you. He going to tell you, remember last time when you went there. You remember last time you applied, they told you no. But God said, you don't even know that I set my daughter in position. She the CEO of the bank now. That she the bank president. You don't even realize that you're walking on, oh, I know you go to church with me. Come on in the back. You don't have to do no paperwork. We'll give you a call. We just want to catch up and talk about 1 Timothy right now. Then we'll say, we'll give you a call. How many know when God's favor finds you that it makes the enemy mad? Don't nobody be mad. Well, oh, y'all got to hear me. You see, the devil thought he had you. Somebody need to catch this. He thought he had you in bondage. He thought you was broken. But what he didn't know, it was something that was brewing on the inside of you. He didn't expect you to come here today to tell you that favor ain't fair. So watch this. Notice that this. He said, when you live a life of faith, trusting God's promises and his plan for your life. When you live in a life of faith, guess what? When you walking by faith, you can't afford to connect to anything that don't believe like you. Okay, if you in faith for your healing, but you got somebody that's praying for you, say, God, let your will be done. No, don't pray that prayer for me because I want to live longer. I understand God's will going to be done, but that ain't what I need to hear right now. I need somebody that come in there with me and say, Father, in the name of Jesus, I decree and declare that cancer going to dry out. In the name of Jesus, I decree and declare that healing finna heal our house right now. Lord, not only will she be healed, but we break the generational cycle. It stops with her today. And so you don't, okay, I'm going to leave you alone. Religious cycles will get you in bondage. The spirit of religion will say you got to do it this way, that way, this way. How many know the spirit of God defy the odds? God will cause favor that you'll walk in the door, that you get saved today and get blessed with a husband tomorrow, and y'all don't even understand that God will cause things to line up in your life. They'll say, why did it happen for her so fast? Because God said, if I don't do it now, it's a risk, so I got to do it now. Y'all got to, because we know our appetite, we know our attitude, we know how we are. And God knows exactly who we are, right, Latara? God knows exactly who we are, right? Why? Because understand that what God say, if I leave them in that oven too long, some I can't leave out there too long. When they come in, I got to take it right now. I got to dump it all on them. It'll be so overwhelming that when the devil show up and say, devil, you think I'm going to leave this for you? The devil is, I can't date you no more. And sometime when Charlie show back up, you ain't going to make no excuse for him. Did I say Charlie? I meant not to say him. You ain't going to make no excuse for why you let Charlie in. Pastor, I just let him in because, that rent need to be paid. Well, you go to a church. Why you tell us somebody would have paid it for you? Somebody help you out. You ain't had to compromise your situation. And then I'm going to be honest with you, say, no, that wasn't what you let him in. I'm going to let that go. I ain't never come to apostle and counsel him about Charlie. Hebrews 11:6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he who comes, watch this. Notice it say, he who comes to God must believe that he is, and he is a rewarder of those who diligently, what? Seek him. Diligently seek him. The bank say, listen, I could give you a 30-year mortgage with a 44% interest rate, and God say, don't take it. You don't need God to say, don't take that. But Apostle said that favor was going to find me, but the enemy will send you to the wrong bank. I said chase, not regions. Amen. Can I tell y'all a secret? Don't nobody know the enemy can give you stuff. Some of us noticed that when you broke up with him, when you quit on Satan, he took all the stuff back, and y'all over there crying like, this is my house. This is good. The Lord ain't, you wasn't in this system when you got that. He got to listen. He don't want nothing that's going to take the credit for what he getting ready to do. So let that house go and get ready for your new one. Oh, y'all missing it. We'll hold on to the old thing. Look, I'm wearing these old garments. No, God said, I want to give you something new. And then Robert come over there trying to put you in a nice house, but I've been here 20 years. And here go Paul Robert say, listen, new home, everything you need. It don't have the DNA of Charlie in it any longer. I'm trying to put you in something new. But you still want to hang on to Mr. Charlie because he helped you and because I seen the good in him and I can see all these wonderful things about him. Your oil is not going to fix him. You have to detach from that stronghold and say, I'm trying to hook up with something new. Oh, y'all got to hear me. God will send what you need and the favor show up, but you'll say, God, I don't want that kind of favor. I want to stay over here because it's familiar to me. And then here we go trying to pray you out of something that you know you want to stay in. Come to me and say, Apostle, I'm stuck. I don't know why I keep going back. Then we'll know how to pray. But if I got to pry it out you, I got to lay on the floor, I got to get you to write a story, I got to do it, you don't want me out. Why don't you just say, Apostle, Charlie got me hooked and I don't know what it is. I say, I know what it is. And I know how to get you free. But if you keep telling me to figure it out, you're supposed to be a prophet. You tell me, well, okay, let's make it easy. Listen, I send you the paperwork, just fill it out. Just fill it out. Just say, listen, I'm stuck, I'm hooked, I'm stuck, I'm hooked. Okay, we know how to pray. But if you come to me and say, well, I don't stay with him no more, okay, then I got to ask you all these questions. The Holy Spirit say, well, you know she lying. And then I got to think of a nice way to make you tell the truth, right? Come on, say, God will give me favor as a pastor to it, as an apostle to that. I won't be so worn out because the enemy sends certain things to wear me out. And then somebody who really got a problem show up, I can't help, look, reschedule them for 3 months out. I can't. Jesus, I need deliverance today because I'm believing it. Now I'm stuck. Okay. Where'd that come from? You ain't flagged me down, so I'm okay. My wife ain't flagged me down. I'm okay. God's favor, y'all okay? Now let me get you back to God. What God's favor would do, God's favor will let you walk by Charlie and you won't even blink. Because Robert, you'll say, Charlie, I was in that shotgun house for 20 years. And here Robert done moved me way out of Perryville, got a gated neighborhood, and I don't hear no gun violence, no nothing, and here you is talking about what you done missed. That's all you can do is have memory, Charlie, because I'm gone. Remember that cat say, she gone. Once you get a taste of the good life, ain't no sense. Why go back to something, a broken system, when I'm in a system that works? You over there say, listen, he say, well, Charlie, I had to remind you to pay the water bill. I had to remind you to pay the light. I had to do this. I had to do all this. And Robert, I looked at the light bill. It's been paid for the year. House note ain't never, the people calling me. My house phone don't even ring. My cell phone, I don't even have to turn it off, and I don't have to change my number. No, I ain't going back. But can let me tell you got to be careful of. I want to pay him back for what he done. I'm going to hang around just enough to let him know that what he missed, I'm going to show him now. See, when you get that mentality, God's favor lift, now you're operating in your own strength. Don't let the motive of you, pride, show up when God's favor hit your house. I'm just warning you. I'm telling y'all right now. This word been on me. I had this. I said I wasn't going to even teach this today, but God dealt with me all last night. I think I changed a couple times on Darian. And the Lord began to tell me, 4, okay. Okay. It was 4. Favor ain't fair. And as a believer, you qualify in a system that no other way, watch this, no other system can outdo God's system. Understanding that the stripping is necessary. Catch this. Because whatever you have that you have set above him, he want to detach the past. Because notice what I said earlier, that God don't want to allow no man or nobody to get credit for what he getting ready to do in your life. So you may seem like you're losing. I'm telling you today, you haven't lost a thing. Stay in faith. Stay trusting the system that you're in right now. And watch God's system begin to cause things dramatically to change your life. You're going to say, Lord, I didn't even know that you had this plan for my life. Watch this. The devil got a peep ahead and seen where you were going. And he decided to throw some thumbtacks in the road to get you on flat. And you'll be focusing on the flat and forget about that roadside services in your hand. It's what's in your hand can get you out of a situation. Moses was at a crossroad. He had a cloud of dust behind him. The children, he had Pharaoh and them coming, and he had a sea in the front of him. And he crying to God, and God said, what do you have in your hand? Many times what you need is already in your hand. You just got to be willing to stretch your favor. Watch this. Moses stretched the staff. The water began to stand up. Y'all got to hear me. The very thing that was impossible became possible with God. Listen, I don't know why I'm here, but somebody in this room, you need to know that there's nothing too hard for God. There's nothing impossible for him. I don't care what you have to think about. I don't care if you have a limb off right now. I'm telling you that the power of God will cause limbs to grow back. God will cause miracles to happen. There's nothing too hard. Some of you in this room, the doctor even asked you, say, I didn't see this coming. I don't know how you're going to make it. They said you were sick with cancer one day, and a couple weeks later, now it's dried up. It's because of the system that you're in. You're connected to a source that God said, listen, I don't care what they're saying. You're not dying right now. Oh, y'all got to hear me. But you got to be bold enough to prophesy over yourself. You got to lay hands on your body. You got to lay hands. Listen, when the children acting up, you don't have to straighten them out. You just go to the throne room. Get in your prayer closet and say, Lord, I thank you that my son's life is changing. That my husband's life is changing, that my family is changing, that my situations are changing, because I know that in Jesus' name, things will change. Oh, y'all got to hear me. Just because you're in God's favor, things are always, they're not going to line up like you think they should. You got to know that we serve a God that defies the odds all the time. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let me close with these points. I hope Darian put them up because she know I'll forget and y'all be like, okay, Apostle. I'm going to close with this. Jesus. I'm ready to run, but can y'all say this with me? God's favor is not fair. The benefits of God's favor, y'all ready? The protection. God's favor shields us from what? Harm. Psalms 5:12, for your, O Lord, will bless the righteous with favor. You will surround him with a shield. God's provision. God's favor brings provision. Notice this, and abundance. Coming up, provision, wait, and abundance. Let's go. Can I go to Joseph for a minute? Joseph had a stockpile of favor that he was feeding nations. People were coming, getting grain from Joseph, from Pharaoh and them. They was coming to get grain. But did you ever hear about a shortage on the grain? Can I ask y'all a question? Maybe I should have went here. Remember when the prophet showed up to the woman, the widow woman? When he showed up to her, and he said, and God said, I have prepared someone to sustain you. And he went and he asked for some water. He said, by the way, make me some bread too. Now, hold up. That woman stopped and said, wait, hold up. She had already prepared. Say, listen, I'm finna make some cake. I believe she said, I already made some cake. She said, I got enough cake for me and my son. Now, look, I'm going to give you some water, but listen, we going to eat this and die. Watch this. The prophet ain't say nothing else because he heard what the God said. What? Favor sent him in a direction to a widow woman that had a need. Favor sent the prophet to a widow woman that had a need. Now watch this. God said, I need my prophet sustained. So when she obeyed, I'm going to sustain her. So watch this. She obeyed, and every time she went back to the meal barrel, not just the meal barrel, but the oil barrel, and it always had something in it. It's in the obedience to God that you could go back to a place and you will always find what you need. Now let's go to Joseph for a second. Every time Joseph was giving out grain to countries, and watch this, just think about this, y'all. You just got one vault over here, and all these people come and get this stuff, but it never runs dry. Watch this. Say favor. So God, just like he told her, obedience, Joseph obeyed and gave clarity to Pharaoh about his dream and told him what to do. So can I tell y'all something? When God gives you instructions to do something, you don't worry about how it's going to be sustained. God kept that meal. He kept that. Listen, that grain kept coming. No matter who came and bought, that grain kept. Listen to me. Every country come, they shell it out. They were shelling it out. Watch this. And God was supernaturally replenishing it. Some of you don't even understand. God said, go on, go to sleep tonight and rest well, because I'm going to replenish what you had to give out. Y'all catching this? What you had to go through. God said, no, go on, take a rest tonight. Go on, get your sleep. No, since you have put it in my hands, I'm going to fight every battle for you, and I'm going to cause things to turn around. I'm going to cause them ones that tried to hurt you, that lied on you, that cheated on you. Don't worry about that. God said, I'm going to right the ship in your life because you have put the battle in my hands. And see, what I had to learn was to trust him, because he can untie any knot. He can fix any situation. And no matter what it is, God's favor will make you look at something that you used to respond to and say, listen, I'm too blessed to be stressed about this. Y'all got to hear me. That some people show up in your life, you got to say, I'm too blessed to even entertain this foolishness, because I know who I used to be, and I know I'm delivered from that person. Watch this. God will show you how to get out of things. And this one here, Psalms 84:11. It says this, for the Lord God is the sun, the shield. The Lord will give you grace and glory. Jesus. No good thing will be withheld from those who walk upright. Y'all catching this? No good thing. Did he say some? Oh, y'all okay? I don't know if I'm talking to some blessed people or some not sure people. I'm surely persuaded, because I'm going to teach you that you can speak to your situation. That if you open your mouth, you will begin to tell. Okay, can I prove it to you? Some of us, you say, well, I'm talking to me. I say, man, you so stupid. I used to say about myself. I'm going to be trying to write something. I'll be like, man, can't spell cat today. What is going on? I was speaking curses over myself. I'm just trying to re-educate you to begin to speak blessings over yourself. If God gave you a CEO mentality, you don't have to settle to be the janitor. You got to say, listen, I'm ready to walk in my blessing, meaning that I call that thing in, that what you have set for me, God, that you'll open the door, whatever education, and guess what? God will give you favor with one man. Esther got favor with one king. If he give you favor with a king and the king see you from over there, don't be, I almost went there. I'll do like David. But anyway, he give you favor with one king and to see you from across the road, they say, you got to get her to me. Because the position that she needs to be in, that I only can place them because I have authority. Do you know that kings could write declaration? They can create laws. They can set things in place. You serve a king. You serve the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords that have already set some stuff in motion in your life. His favor will make you walk through doors that people will have to stop and say, how did they get in there? There have people that said you were never going to amount to anything, that your ministry, that your assignment, that the things you have to do because of your demographic, because you're a woman or this. The devil is a lie. God uses who he want to use. He chooses who he wants to choose. He puts you where he wants you to be. But the only way you get out of position if you surrender to the pressure of the enemy scoffing at you. Don't give in to the temptation and quit. Hold on and say, guess what? I know change is coming. Jesus, y'all, I'm ready to go. Jesus, I'm trying to get out of here, but this is what the Lord, I keep hearing. He said, son, remind them that even when they wasn't walking with me, my favor and my grace still showed up. He said, remind them that now that they're with me, things are getting ready to explode in their life. He say, I'm going to expose every demon if they stand still. He say, because watch this. Some of the stuff been coming up against you, it's not strangers. It's not people from a distance. God is revealing every snake in your life, and you got to understand that I can't be moved because they showed up. I got to understand that God's favor, it ain't fair. Y'all, I'm trying to get out of here, but this is okay. The word the Lord keep giving me that just, he said, I'm getting ready to replenish. He said, many of you over the last few weeks since you have rededicated your life, he said, just like when we sent out the 12 spies, when Moses sent them out, 10 came back with a bad report. 2 came back with a report that we can do this. But I don't want to talk to the Joshuas. I want to talk to the Calebs for a moment. This is what the Lord keep telling me. That Caleb mentality said that I cannot afford to say what we can't do. Because I heard what my shepherd said. And he said, because I heard what my shepherd said, that means I had to move different. Meaning that Caleb was around some of them same people that was telling them before they were reported back, we can't do this. But Caleb was over there, I know what you're saying, but I know we can. Y'all got to hear me. And so when they came to the table, Caleb didn't let the pressure of the 10 make him be quiet. Caleb stood up and said, no, I think we can take this people. I think we can take this giant. And because Caleb chose to move different, you notice that God was sitting listening at the conversation. He was sitting there listening. Y'all hear me? And because you didn't bow the bell or kiss their ring, they mad with you. But because you didn't cave to the pressure, God said, watch this. I'm going to cause you to come to the front. Meaning that inner courts and outer courts. God said, I'm getting ready to place you in position that you're not going to be able to imagine. Some of us in this season, you got to celebrate in advance. You got to praise. I'm telling y'all, I say, God, I'm trying to get out of here because I don't know. But this is what he told me. The cave dwellers, they don't want people to come to the light. They want you to stay in darkness. So the crab mentality is going to pull at you and say, don't you receive that. You don't know the debt you in. He don't know what you're going through. But listen to me. You need to take everything that's been hindering you, and you need to put it down today, and you need to look at it, and you need to put it in the right hands. Say, Lord, listen, I need you to take care of this for me. Because according to your word, you say if I speak to the mountain, it has to move. So watch this. Don't just say it and walk away. Say it and believe it. Can you make a confession? Can you make a declaration? Can you stand firm on what God is saying to you for this season, that he's getting ready to open doors for you that don't make sense to so many people? Y'all saying it like, why he saying so many people? Because it's not the person, it's the spirits that are sent on assignment to hinder you from getting there. The person just don't know that they're being used by the enemy. They don't know that. Because they got an 800 credit score, that don't mean they better than you. You serve a God that'll give you something that their credit score can't get. They work hard to get, and God will bless you. Say, girl, how you get this house? How much your house know? The house know? I don't even know what that is. They blessed me with this. My Savior saw fit to bless me and call. Watch it. See that water fountain? Know that God blessed me with that. See that car? Everything that I have is what God has given me. Watch this. Your heavenly account is not in the red. Your heavenly account is in the black. It's what you do for God. The only thing you do for God is what's going to last. Any other work, I got something to tell y'all. It's going to fail. Anything that you put ahead of God, you're already saying that I don't trust him. We walk by faith and not by what? So how many of y'all can believe today that God can turn your situation around? Not tomorrow. He can do it now. They in here? Anybody need God to turn something around right now? You angry, you mad, you got some stuff going on that you need God to fix. I'm telling you, if you need him to fix it, tell him. Tell him. And say, God, and watch this. I don't have to keep coming back to you because I serve a God that's going to answer, that's going to do what I need him to do. Because watch this, watch this, I'm doing what he says. And he's going to honor that. Just think about this. When you running after God, sometimes life you feel like everything else is failing. Like you're not committed. The devil tell you that, oh, you ain't doing this right. Your son over here doing this, your daughter, you doing this. And it's true. But here's the thing. If I'm doing what God says and I'm obeying him, one person that I may touch, obeying God, may be the one person that touched my son, that may touch my daughter, that sow a seed. How many know seeds cause a harvest to come? You don't get a benefit of, if you just hold on to the seed, it's just a seed. But when you put it in its right environment, it'll produce a harvest. So watch this as we get ready to close with this here. Many of us have gaps in our life, and we have the great gap filler, and that's our Lord and Savior. Just think about this, those who know mechanic work. When you think about a spark plug in a car, you don't just buy it and put it in the car. If you look at it, it got a gap setting on it, got a number on it. And that number is for you to set the gap to. Why is that important? Because if you don't set the gap right, it'll cause your vehicle to run bad. Your vehicle won't be able to run right. So I come to tell you today, it's what we need to set the gap in our life is our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. He sets the gap. He's the gap filler of the distance. So don't let the enemy get you too out or far away from God. Don't let him get you to the place so familiar that you take him for granted. But how many know that you got to be in that place, that you're sensitive to his spirit and what he want to do in your life? Amen? So I challenge you today to know that God's favor has already found you. Walk in your favor and trust what God get ready to do in your life. Amen? Amen. So as we close, I want to challenge you today. If you're here today, and you know God is, you say, Apostle, I've been in a place that I ain't been saying nothing, but I've been having some negative thoughts concerning myself, how I feel about my situation and my life and things that I've been facing. But Lord, I need you today to pull me out of this situation. That my thinking ain't what it used to be. I used to be running after you, God, but I really done strayed away. My prayer time, my dedication. God, you have favored me over and over again, but I really lost myself in this journey. If that's you, if you just want to come, whatever reason you want to come today, rededicate your life, you want to join church today, listen, let's not make it, God, how many know God's favor has kept us even when we quit on him? Y'all know something about God, and many people know this. God is the only one that'll fire you and still allow you to work. And if you're ready to come, just rededicate your life today. Say, God, your favor been too good to me for me to be running and doing what I've been doing. And Lord, I understand that your mercies endure, that your mercy endure forever. I'm telling you, because there's a season that of truly richness of God, and your dedication today is what is really going to get you free today and making your decision today. Amen. So no matter who you are, all over the place, whether you work, I'm telling you, this is a season where God keeps telling me that I'm going to cause things to be replenished in your life. And he say, oh, Jesus. And there are doors. Somebody in this room, you've been afraid to go through seasons because you feel like you got to give up. Listen to me. We can't clean the fish too early. You got to let people come and be them and let God do the change. And watch this. Because if they do it for man, God will. If you do it, God wants you. Oh, I hear this. God's will, God's ways trump our ways. Oh, my God. Jesus. Wow. Y'all, I'm sorry. I'm just in a season place in my life, y'all. Do we understand? I'm telling y'all, God is ready to do something. And I'm saying this, if you know God is talking to you, don't ponder it. Don't guess. Just move. Did y'all, out of everything I said, it's obedience. It's what sets you free. It's obedience. Listen, I thought for so long that I had to go back. I had to come through this. I had to say, well, I'll come next time. I'll do this. You know, God was talking to me right then. And one day I left a service and the Lord said, well, you didn't answer. I told you move. And what I needed was right there at the front. Know what he needed me to do? Just to trust that I hear his voice. And because you heard his voice, your life changed immediately. Hear what I'm saying now? Your life changed immediately. Amen? So everybody at the altar, do me a favor. If you listen, the altar is still open. My God. He'll never walk out on you. No, never. Jesus. So y'all lift your hands for me. And they're going to come and minister to you guys. How many know that it's a season, it's truly rich by the blessings of God, amen? But what you're doing right now, you're signifying to the Lord, say, listen, I lift my hands, I take my hands off every situation. And Lord, I believe in you, amen? So just simply say this with me, say, Lord Jesus, I repent of my sins, and I confess you as Lord and Savior over my life. I believe that you died for my sins. Now, y'all open your eyes and look at me. What you just did was you made an outward confession. And you're telling God that, Lord, I thank you and I need you, I trust you, that you are most important in my life.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Darian, and y'all already know what time it is. It's the Sunday morning announcements at Restore. So if you can, just turn your attention to the screen just for a quick second. If this is your first time visiting Restore, we would just like to welcome you to the family. We appreciate you for joining us on today. Following service, make sure you visit the Connect Center so you can find out more ways on how you can get connected.
What's up, family? I'm Chantel, and I'm here to bring you the mission and vision of Restore Church. Our mission is to restore the image of God in the hearts and minds of his people by renewing vision, reviving purpose, and clarifying direction so that we may regain dominion over our faith, families, finances, and communities. Here at Restore Church, our vision is to equip, inspire, and empower the people of God for kingdom living.
And these are our upcoming events happening right here at Restore Church. July 26th at 6 o'clock p.m., we'll be having a gospel rap concert, back to school edition, hosted right here at Restore Church. It is free entry. Make sure you invite all the youth that you know. We need all the youth at Restore to be in the house because it will be a lit night. Restore Church is partnering with Fashion Stop to host a back to school bash on July 28th at 1 o'clock p.m. We'll be giving away free school supplies, free uniforms, free food, and so much more. Also, if you would like to donate any supplies or uniforms, please see Brother Percy for more information on how you could do so.
I'm excited to share that currently we have raised upwards of $4,500 towards our building renovations, yet we still have a ways to go, so please continue to partner with us by sewing into our building fund today.
Join us on the prayer line Monday through Fridays at 6 a.m. where prayer will be our first response. Every Saturday morning at 9 a.m., we have prayer happening right here at Restore Church, and we would love for all of you to join in as we stand together in prayer because we are so much better together. Bible study is every Wednesday at 7 o'clock p.m., so you can join us live or right here at Restore Church. That's 14510 Plank Road, Baker, Louisiana. Make sure you tell a friend to come to Bible study. And don't forget to download the Restore Church app if you have not. We got it for Androids, we got it for iPhones, we got it for your TV, whatever you may need. Just make sure y'all go hit that Play Store, y'all go hit that App Store and download the church app today. And that is our Sunday morning announcement. So one last thing, if you ain't already connected, I need you to get connected. And if you are connected, I need you to stay connected. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at Restore Church BR so you can always know what's going down at Restore.